This hand gesture is infamously known from the hit TV show Star Trek. Live long and prosper. The Vulcan Spock's greeting to others. Now the meaning behind the greeting is to wish others a long life, in a literal sense, and to prosper, not necessarily prosperity in the sense of financial wealth, but of happiness and health. Now what if instead of wishing, there were methods that we could use every day to increase our lifespan and also achieve happiness and health? Well, to all in the audience and everyone watching out there, today I'm here to tell you that there are such ways. The keys to adding years to our life while also adding life to our years lie in 3 simple acts. Now let's start with the first act. So right now I want you to find someone close by. Pull them over if you have to. Look them in the eye and smile. Now let's go for a genuine smile, none of that fake smile stuff. All right, good. Okay, so I want you to reflect on how that just felt, smiling. And if I could take a guess, probably felt happy, warm, relaxed, right? And that's because beneath the surface of that one simple action, something biologically is happening. See, there's certain neurochemicals that are produced in your brain through the act of smiling. Feel-good neurochemicals, dopamine linked to the feeling of reward and pleasure, serotonin linked to, or serotonin boosting our mood toward happiness and well-being, and endorphins acting as natural painkillers. And not only do these neurochemicals make you feel good, but they've been known to reduce stress, lower your heart rate, and lower your blood pressure. And one study even found that smiling boosts our immune system, producing white blood cells to fight off illness. Hence, we live longer through this one simple action. And here's a 2009 study that supports this. The photographs of 230 now deceased players from the baseball register were analyzed. And researchers studied the level of intensity of each player's smile, from no smile to partial smile to full genuine smile. And they factored in similarities in lifestyle, and they concluded that there was a high correlation between the level of intensity of a player's smile and their longevity. Simply put, players with fuller, genuine smiles lived longer. As you can see through this chart here, the average lifespan of the players with no smiles was 72.9 years. Partial smiles, 74.9 years. And look, full genuine smiles, 79.9 years. So if you want to live longer, smile big and more often. Now, do you see how good that felt just by smiling from a distance? And what if we were to take that interaction to even closer proximities of each other? So let's try. I want you to pull that person next to you again. Reach out and shake their hand. While you're at it, give them a pat on the back. And if you're really comfortable with each other, give them a big hug. All right, so with your spouses and partners at home, hold hands, kiss, snuggle together, give each other a massage. Now, what do all these gestures have in common? They all involve touch, the second simple act. And here's another biological effect through the act of a warm touch. There's a specific neurochemical that's produced. This one's called oxytocin, also known as the love hormone. It creates feelings of trust, security, calm, bonding, relaxation. All the feelings that counteract against stress while reducing your heart rate, lowering your blood pressure, boosting your immune system, and reducing coronary heart disease. But the proof is in the studies, right? So this first study, done in 1942, was done by a pediatrician named Harry Backwin out of New York's Bellevue Hospital. Now, there was a high mortality rate among orphan children that was initially believed to be due to malnutrition and infection. And these infants were kept isolated in a sterile environment, rarely touched, for fear of cross-contamination of the bacteria. But the mortality wasn't affected, it remained the same. And what they found astonishing was that after the hospital changed policy to allow nurses to cuddle, play, and carry children, the mortality rate significantly dropped from 35% to below 10%. The children began to thrive. In this next study, married couples were observed while participating in touch activities, while also wearing a 24-hour blood pressure monitoring device. Another group was monitored similarly, but without the touch. At the end of the study, they found that the group that included the touch showed lower levels of blood pressure, not just at the time of the touch activity, but around the clock, along with higher levels of oxytocin. So if you want to live longer, touch and be touched by someone. So you have the smile and you have the touch, both showing to increase our lifespan. Now let's look at another form of touching that goes beyond physical contact. And so I ask you this: invest your time and effort into building meaningful relationships with each other. Make a connection. Get to know each other better. Discover each other's passions. Share memories and experiences together. Laugh together. Cry together. Support each other. Touch each other's lives. When we engage in doing this, there's another biological effect happening again. In particular, dopamine and oxytocin are produced when we interact with each other. And this study found that increased social interaction activates our reward system, along with our trust and bonding with each other, thus lowering heart rate, blood pressure, etc. Furthermore, the study found that there was a 50% increase in the likelihood of survival for those with stronger relationships. So if you want to live longer, make a connection. Now let's be clear though, increasing our lifespan is nice, but that shouldn't be the end goal, just to satisfy our own desire to live longer. And the ultimate goal is to enrich the lives of others, and in the process, enriching ours as well. An enriched, fulfilled life is prosperity. It's what it means to be human. Now going back to our friend Spock here, he was always known as being devoid of human emotion. But maybe behind the gesture of this alien species, there is something to be said that's human. So in typical Vulcan tradition, I greet you all. Live long and prosper. You all hold the keys to make it happen.